right, the Ace match will be played on Naro Station. Sorry about the technical difficulties, but we are back here to cast the last game of the day. In the bottom left from SK Telecom is the red Protoss, it's Rain.
Trying to prevent the reverse all-kill from SK Telecom T1. ZJ Entus has sent out herO, spawning as blue Protoss on the top right position of the map.
So herO, he does have 3 wins against Rain from previous encounters, so Rain does not have a single win against herO. This would be a pretty opportune time for him to get that win.
What's really funny is that Rain, he always looks strong in PvP scenarios, but he just doesn't do well against herO. They also get into a scenario where it's a 200-200 battle and Rain slips up before the battle even happens. Like, I remember one particular match on Cloud Kingdom where Rain, he was in a solid position and he just needed a better angle, but he slipped away 2 Colossus even before the main engagement happened, and herO took an easy victory against Rain. So
simple little slip-ups or mistakes will cost you a game in a professional match. It really only takes 1 or 2 mistakes and you can be out of the game. That's how cutthroat it is, how good these players are. They can take a little advantage and ride that to a victory. And I'm curious to see what tech paths we'll see from each player here. There's a lot of, you can go for the Stargate, the Twilight, of course the Robo. Robo a little bit less common unless you get an early expansion up. But we've been seeing the Twilight Council a lot recently.
herO also opening up, but so far only 1 gas for him compared to the double gas from Rain. And we're just going to see how he's going to go on with this build. You know, some players like to go for the 14 gas and then gets the 2nd gas after the Cybernetics core. There we go.
And there goes the 2nd gas there. And we have the Cybernetics core on the way for each player. herO's is a little bit faster, but that's also because he got his 2nd gas a bit later as well.
This just means that Rain's going to have a little bit more gas, but herO's Cybernetics core is going to be a tad bit early.
Interesting. Alright, so it looks like Rain, he's sending his probe over to a corner here, and he's sending another one out the scout. He is building a proxy pylon, so
it's most likely going to be a proxy Stargate at this point, but it's still early to call what kind of tech it's going to be. But really smart sending out a 2nd probe. This is saying, well, I don't have... Usually, if you see a scouting probe on the map, you expect that probe to start building proxy pylons around the map.
This is also a weird location. It looks like it's going to be a Twilight Council, not the Stargate here.
You know, you were mentioning how this is a really weird location. This actually works against herO, because herO, he's not going to scout in that little bit, quote-unquote, the weird location. Behind this, he's getting a really fast Nexus. But like you said, if the player likes to go for the fast expansion, they get a Robo out. So it's herO actually going to go for the Robo behind this.
Depends on the timings. Now, we have a probe here from herO. He's scouting around. He didn't check the top left side of the base, and is he going to see the Twilight Council? Yes! Oh! He will scout the Twilight Council. So this is going to prevent Rain from going for DTs. He's going for the Dark Shrine in his main base, though.
This is actually smart, going for it in the main base, but herO, he has a good idea.
He has a good idea of what's going on, but he doesn't know if it's either Blink or DTs.
Well, do remember that he didn't see the Twilight Council researching anything. So all herO really needs to do right now is to go for the Robo.
Just play defensive, get that Robo up, identify exactly what his opponent's up to, whether it's Blink or the DT tech.
I don't see a Robo coming out by herO. Is he just expecting Blink?
I don't know. Maybe he's got the timings out where... Yeah, I mean, it could be... You could expect Blink here. We have a Stalker moving in here, but that's going to be scared away.
This is looking more grim for herO. He's not going for the Robo at all. He's just spending every single...
You know what? I think that maybe it's like next level mind games where herO thinks that because he scouted the Twilight, Rain won't go for the Dark Shrine, but he's not respecting Rain's ability to still go for that Dark Shrine, and the Mothership Core for Rain, it may be able to scout in the main base. We have 3 Stalkers on their way in the main base of Rain, though he doesn't have any units here to defend. He's actually, I think he only has like 1 gateway. He's got a 2nd one. What is going on here?
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter because the DTs are going to kill everything inside the main base, and all Rain really needs to do is warp in one DT inside the main base and the second one outside of the main base. But herO is still doing a nice job killing a lot of probes right now.
Yeah, this is kind of a weird situation for both players here because there's a huge Stalker count here, and they're going to be able to completely obliterate the economy of Rain here, but Rain has the DT, and there's no solution for the DT here, but Rain losing all of his workers down to one DT, and he doesn't have the gas to make another one. It looks like Rain, his all kill will potentially be denied here. I think, oh no, there's a second DT though in Rain's main base here. He's down the one probe, which is in the middle of the map.
He just needs a robo. But we don't have a robo by herO. He has no detection against the DTs. So this is going to be a funky base race scenario between the two players.
Yes, this is exactly what herO needs to do. He has to keep some units alive, and then he needs to go ahead.
This is
smart. Oh, not smart. It's like almost smart. All right, so
reverse mind games.
This DT continuing to do a lot of damage in the main base. There's a robo on the way in the top left hand of the map. Okay, what Rain needs to do is he needs to use one of his Dark Templar to kind of scout around.
And he has enough gas to get one single observer out. So that's going to be a really great news for herO. And that was also a fake in the middle of the map. Here, Rain does not know that there's a robo on the left top position of the map. herO does have up to 6 Stalkers. His opponent, Rain, has up to 3 DTs.
So we have 3 Ts going crazy all over the map here. Mothership core for each player. Rain has both players pretty much have no economy at this point. There's 3 DTs and no probes for.
Sending the Stalkers over there is a little bit risky because the DT is going to go over there.
It's not going to matter.
The Chrono Boost is down, and the Observer is going to come out just in time against the DT.
This may be it for Rain here. He knows that he can't deal with the Stalker count here, as well as the Observer that's now going to be able to chase that Dark Templar. It looks like herO, with this Observer, will be able to eventually hold on to this game and take a slow but eventual victory over his opponent, Rain.
The DTs are inside the main base, but 3 DTs against the 6 Stalkers with the Observer. herO still has enough minerals to get the probes out, and there we go. The Observer arrives. The DT's trying to sneak into the main base, but that's not going to matter. GG!
herO continues his win streak against Rain and denies him the reversed all kill in Pro League. CJ Entis taking the game and match very close, 4-3. Looks like the DTs weren't enough. Rain scouted the first robotics being built, but not the second.
Yeah, you can pretty much cut the robo and try to get as many Stalkers out against the Blink Stalkers, and it's okay. But most players go for the robo anyways for the Observer and starts getting Immortals out immediately against the Blink Stalkers. I was just surprised that he cut robo for such a long time until he confirmed that DTs were out of the way.
I'm also surprised in how greedy Rain played that game as well. 3 Stalkers came in his base and they were completely uncontested. Like, he went for the fast Dark Shrine, but I just feel like that was a little bit too risky going for it that fast without any additional gateways to help him out.
Well, the answer is both players were cutting, little builds that their opponent might do, and it just happened to be that way for both of the players.
Both players misidentified their opponent's builds pretty much.
herO was pretty much saying, my opponent is not going to go for the DT anymore. Rain goes for the DT. Rain saying, well, as long as I get a DT inside my opponent's base, especially after the early Nexus, I am going to be fine. And herO sneaks in a lot of Stalkers inside the main base.
Girl's just sitting in front of the camera. Doesn't know what's going on here.
There we go.
More hiding fangirls. CJ Entis, your victors today. Here are the results between SK Telecom and CJ Entis.